This podcast is part of the Zeo to Hero podcast network. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming back to the show. My name is Jared. I am the host here at If You Give a Data podcast, and I'm really excited for this one. This one kind of came about a little last minute, but I am really excited that we got to have this happen. I only have a few more episodes that I'm recording this year. I think this is my second to last one that I'm doing actually this year. So this one's going to be really cool, and it's somebody that I met recently, and I'll kind of tell the story of meeting them here in just a minute after I kind of introduce her. So she is an actress, a singer, a writer, a producer, and a songwriter. She is somebody, like I said, that I met at the River Runs Red horror fest that we went to, and I'll tell that story here in a minute. And she's played different characters like Maria in Eastbound and Down. She played Janet in The Greasy Strangler. And she's been in a lot of other things. Like she was in 6 Feet Under, and she was even in Cold Case. And I am talking about the hootie tootie disco cutie, Elizabeth de Razzo. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing really good. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm glad that we actually got to do this. I didn't know if we would get to work this out, because I know you've had some things going on, and I don't have a lot of episodes that I'm doing left. I actually take a break in December, and next week is Thanksgiving, so I don't usually record on that week. And then I had one planned for the first week of December, and then as a gift to my wife, I take the whole month off of December after
I
that.
know. I remember you telling me that you take a break. Yeah,
Yeah,
because your
yeah.
wife is like, you got to take a break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. She's
Yeah.
she's looking forward to that actually. So she's like, "How many do you have left?" Well, okay, I got
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one and one more. So
Yeah.
yeah. So for everybody here, I went to an event in October. It was River Runs Red HorrorCon, and we went to a thing called Mannequin Night, and it was kind of cool. They had all the shops in downtown Paris, Texas. They do this thing where they all like pose in different like from different movies and stuff, and people come by and look at the windows and stuff like that, take pictures. Well, we were passing out flyers for A River Runs Red because it was the next night, and I'm out there in this shirt. They said was 3X, but I promise that was not a 3X shirt. Cause it had to have been a large or something, because I was just like hulking out of that shirt. But I'm standing there and I'm talking to my buddy who came with me, Ben. And you guys saw the whole event that we did there, and we, did a live event. And standing there talking to him, and all of a sudden, these two people walk up to me and they start talking to me. And it almost seems like they kind of might know who we are or something. And so at first, I was like, what is going on? And then they start telling me a story about meeting um, Marilyn Manson. And then it clicked who was standing in front of me. And at first, I had no idea. I was like, who is this person that's come up talking to me? It's kind of dark out there because we were just like out in the middle of the road. But
Yeah.
then I was like, oh my gosh, she's standing right here talking to me. Oh. So that was kind of a cool meet that we got to do there.
Yeah, it was our meet cute. It was our meet cute.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny because a lot of people that meet me now, because I've lost about 100 pounds
hmm
since I filmed Eastbound and Down and The Greasy Strangler.
hmm
So a lot of people, when they meet me now, they are like, "Are you?"
You
No.
look familiar.
Now, even when I was flying back, I did a show in Cleveland,
hmm
in Ohio,
Yeah.
and the guy who was doing the clear, like from TSA, but clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was like, I was wearing my East because I was coming from the convention,
Yeah.
and I was wearing my Eastbound and Down shirt.
hmm
And he was like, "Oh, I love that show." And I was like, "Yeah, it's a great show." And then he like looked at me and then looked at the shirt and then looked at me and then looked at the shirt. And he's like, are you and I was like, um I was waiting, I was just like letting him get there.
Yeah.
And I was like, uh-huh. And he's like, wait, you're Maria? And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh my God, you're Maria. And I was like, yeah. He's like, you don't look like, I mean, like you look like her, but you don't look like her. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, I lost 100 pounds. He's like, no, you look fantastic, but oh my God. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So it's a really weird thing because like it's sometimes hard for people to put me together. And
Right.
it's funny because like sometimes when I go to conventions and I have my handler, even though like I will have like handlers that like are every different kind of race,
Hmm.
and they will think my handler is me.
Really?
Yeah. White, black, like Filipino, Korean, Japanese, whatever race my handler is, they
Uh-huh.
will always think my handler is me before they think I am me.
Well, that wasn't a problem in Paris because you had a dude as your handler.
True,
So, yeah.
true. Although Paris, France, when I went to Paris, France, my first time,
Uh-huh.
they thought I was the girl from Seattle. They thought I was Sara Ramirez,
Okay.
the girl who played Callie
Yeah. Yeah.
in Grey's Anatomy. And
Yeah.
I was like, no. And they're like, can we take a break? And I'm like, you're gonna be sorely disappointed.
Yeah.
I am not her. They're like, let's take a picture. And I'm like, oh, I will take a picture with you, but
Yeah.
I am not Sara Ramirez. Nope,
Do you
not
get that a
her.
lot?
I do. And then what pisses me off on her behalf,
Yeah.
they when I go on auditions, they ask for me to be a younger Sara Ramirez, and I'm only about 3 to 4 years younger than she is.
Okay.
So I get
Yeah.
personally offended for her
Yeah. 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 I,
because she's like 1975, 76. I'm 1980.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not that much younger than she is.
Right. Right.
So like, okay, guys,
Yeah.
let's, yeah.
Come on.
But
Come on.
I'm like, thank you, but no.
So how long have you been doing the like the conventions and stuff now? Is that something new for you or?
Well, the first time I started, the very first convention I did, it was unexpected.
Hmm.
And that's because if you know the Greasy Strangler,
Hmm.
then you know Michael St. Michael's.
Yeah.
And he had a rap sheet from the 1970s for smoking marijuana, and he got caught. And so he had a rap sheet.
All right.
And he was supposed to go to Australia with Sky to do this thing called Monster Fest.
Hmm.
And he couldn't go because Australia and Canada are notorious for not letting you in if you have a rap sheet,
Right. Right.
even if it was like in the 70s, 60s, whatever.
Hmm.
So then they're like, hey, his publicist called me and she was like, hey, would you like to take his place and go to Australia? And I
Oh,
was like, yeah.
heck yeah.
And I had a love, well, no, I had a hate relationship with the Greasy Strangler because I had a really bad experience on that
Oh.
film.
Oh, okay.
And and so I was just like, nah, I had no
Yeah.
love for it. I was just like, keep me away from it. Don't want to promote it, don't want to do anything with it. But I was just like, it's fucking Australia. All
Right.
right.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, once in a lifetime opportunity. Fuck it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so it was like 2 weeks away, and it was like in 20, it was 2016, 2015, 20,
Okay.
yeah, 2015, because I think 2016 is when we opened it in Sundance.
Hmm.
Um, and no, 2016. It was 2016 because it was after Sundance.
Okay.
And so Yeah, I went, and but everything was included. And so eh, pictures, they had everything for us, and we toured all of Australia for 18 days.
Oh, wow.
But so the people paid for everything, and all of the pictures were included. Everything that we signed was included. Pictures with people were included. So all of it was included. So it was the first time I had ever done a convention. So then a couple of years passed. No, actually, a few years passed, and then 2 years ago, um, Cult Classic um, messaged me through Instagram, and they said, "Hey, would you like to do a convention in Bastrop, Texas?" Because I was living in San Antonio at the time, and I was like, "Sure." So I showed up with nothing, and there was a handler next to me dealing with Sky, who Elabar, who played Brayden,
Hmm.
and I was like, and then the person who was running the convention was like, "Where are your pictures? Where's everything?" And I was like, "Oh, I thought you provided that." And he was like, "Uh, no."
No.
And then I was like, "Well, when I went to Australia, they had the pictures and
Yeah. Yeah.
everything." And they were like, "No." And I was like, "Oh." So my husband and I had to run to Walmart,
Uh-huh.
print a shit ton of pictures from my phone,
Yeah.
and bring them over and start setting up my table. And then I was like, so I asked the handler next to me who was sitting with Sky, and I was like, "So do I just like sign them and give them to the people?" And she's like, "Oh, honey, no." She's like, "You have to set a price for them." And she's like, "What's your price?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I thought it was included with what people are paying at the door." And she's like, "No, no, 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 no.
Oh, wow.
What do you charge for your signature?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I don't fucking know." I'm like, "When I went to Australia, everything was included in the price,
Right, right. Yeah.
including like the pictures that I take with people." And
Yeah.
she's like, "No." She's like, "You have a price that you
Hmm.
charge for the photo that
Hmm.
you just paid for to print out, plus
Right.
your signature.
Yep.
Then you have a price for the picture that you're taking with people.
Hmm.
You have a price if they ask you to do a video,
Hmm.
or if you're doing a shout out, or if you're doing anything specific. Like, is there something specific that you do in a movie that people want you to do?" And I'm like, "Well, people like me to do like the hootie tootie disco cutie dance." "Okay." She's like, "You have a price for that too." And she's like, "You have a price for everything. Let's
Absolutely.
sit down and make a list of things that they might ask you to do."
Yeah.
And she literally made a price list for me
Oh my gosh.
on that first convention. And that's the price list that I have taken with me since then,
Oh, that's amazing.
because I had no fucking idea.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah. Yeah.
None. Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least you
Because
had somebody there to help. Yeah.
I literally would have given it all away. I would have been like, "Here you
Oh, that's great. Yeah. You're so sweet.
go." Or stupid.
Well, no, we're not going to say that. No, you're sweet. We're going with that. You didn't know. I mean, the only one you had done, you were going off of what you knew. And conventions are a learning curve. I just started doing conventions last year, and I didn't know what to expect the first time I went to one. And I learned real quick what I needed and what I didn't need. And so, yeah, no, you were just going off of what you knew.
Australia.
Australia. I mean, did so when you were in Australia, you said you were there on for 18 days, correct?
Yeah.
Did you run into any? I always hear about these like crazy animals like spiders and stuff. Did you have any issues with any of that while you were there?
No, but I got to like visit like all of these like rescues. I got to like see kangaroos and wallabies. And I ate a fucking wallaby. Oh, so I went to Tasmania.
Yeah.
And I ate a burger.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know that I was eating a Wallaby burger.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then they told me
After. Yeah.
after I ate it.
Or was it like you're halfway through, you're like, oh, you really like that, and then, well, that's Wallaby.
And I was like, and then I went to a rescue and I laid with them and
Oh
kangaroos.
no.
And I'm like, I'm so sorry I ate one of you. I'm like, oh my God. And then they had me on this like show where you try like Australian like foods.
Okay.
They had me try like Vegemite, which was fucking disgusting. I'm
Yeah, I've heard
sorry to
that.
any
Yeah.
Australians out there. It's fucking disgusting. It tastes like a hospital. Like if you walk
Oh,
through a hospital and you smell it,
yeah.
that's what it tastes like.
Oh no.
And and they had me try wallaby sausage as if I wasn't traumatized enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then they had me try wallaby sausage.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Um,
They didn't try
yeah,
to
and
grease it up
then
for you, did they?
no, and
Sorry.
yeah, and then I went to a koala rescue,
Oh, cool.
and then
Yeah.
and then they had me carry it, and then afterwards they told me that it had chlamydia, even though I carried it with my bare hands. Um, so
Okay.
yeah, so that was interesting. Um, yeah, so it was great.
That's
It was great.
all right. Yeah, no, you brought up the movie, The Greasy Strangler, and I watched it for the first time last night. It's interesting. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
I read that it was like, so I was reading about it beforehand. They're like, oh, it's like this cult classic, and
it's
all these.
Napoleon Dynamite on steroids.
It really is. The pacing is very much Napoleon Dynamite. I did gather that. Um, yeah.
My one of my best friends, my brother from another mother, is on Napoleon Dynamite. He plays Pedro.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I always, man, that was one of my movies back in the day that I quoted the crap out of was
yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite whenever I was in high school. Oh yeah, I quoted that one big time. But you were saying, and if you don't want to talk about it, I get it. But you said that you had, some bad experiences on filming this movie and stuff. I could see just from watching it, there are probably stuff in there that would make you very uncomfortable because, they had you uh, not really clothed very much in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't so much I mean, yes, of course, like being naked most of the time is not
Right.
comfortable. But
Right.
I was unclothed on Eastbound and Down,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I was very aware of. I mean, before I signed the contract for Eastbound and Down, they told me there was going to be nudity and that I was going to have sex scenes and that I had to be comfortable with that, being
Right.
an HBO show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I knew that was coming, and I thought about it before I signed on for Eastbound and Down.
Hmm.
Um, but with when I read The Greasy Strangler, I turned it down 5 times. I said no.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, I don't want to do it.
Okay.
And my agent really had a hard on for it. And he was like, no, you've got to do this. And he's like, this is like Napoleon Dynamite on steroids. This is going to be a cult classic. People are going to love this. Like, you have to do this. And Elijah Wood like loves you. Like, he is a big fan of yours. He loves you on Eastbound and Down. And I was like, no, like I just did Eastbound and Down. I was in a new series called Idiotsitter
Hmm.
with Jillian Bell.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just, I don't want to be the go-to fat girl who gets naked all the time. I just don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, no, like you got to do this. And like, he was just like really pushy and stuff, but he brought in the big guns, which is my manager. And she had been my longtime manager because she had been with me since Eastbound.
Okay.
I met her in 2010. And at that point, she had been with me way longer than he had. And so he had her call me. And she's just like, just go in, don't memorize your lines. Just go in and for a chemistry read. She's like, don't even memorize your lines, don't even think about it. Like, whatever, just go in so they can get you out of their heads
Yeah.
and just like throw it away and don't even think about it. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, cause I'm like, I'm not gonna care about it. I'm like, I don't like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to. And she's like, the director just wants to talk to you. She's
Yeah.
like, just like, whatever. And I was like, okay. I'm like, I'm not gonna, you know,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
So I went in and I remember there was a bunch of guys uh for Brayden and a bunch of guys for Ronnie, for Big
Hmm.
Ronnie.
Hmm.
And there was maybe like two or three girls for Janet. And I remember walking in and they were about to take a girl in for Janet. And I remember when I first started working and years ago, back in like 2005, because
Hmm.
I started working as an extra in 2001,
Yeah.
but I didn't start working as an actress until 2005.
Hmm.
But I remember when I started going into rooms in 2005, and I would go in and I would be sitting in the waiting room and I'd be waiting for them to take me in, and the girl would walk in, and the casting director would walk out, and she was about to either take me or someone else. But one girl would walk in, and they'd be like, "Oh, wait! Let me just take her in really, really quick, and I'll be right back out for you."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would just be like, "Oh, that girl's totally gonna get it,
Yeah.
right?"
Yeah.
Like, and I would just feel like, "What the fuck am I doing here?" And I'd be always like, "That girl's such an asshole."
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and so I remember walking in, and this girl was about to go in, and she was like really excited. And the casting director walks out, and she sees me. She's like, "Oh, you're here." And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I just parked." And then she's like, "Oh," and she tells the girl, "Hey." She's like, hold on just a second. Let me just take her in really, really quick, and I'll come back and get you."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I felt like such an asshole
Yeah. Is that a
because
move that they do? Like
yeah,
to kind
yeah.
of try to get people to take it?
Well, no, it's not a move, but it's like it, it's sort of like it's kind of like, well, this is kind of the person we've been sort of wanting to
Right.
see.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, to
So
me, it seems like they're trying
we
to
want to we
butter
want
you
to
up, make you
take
feel special, you know?
well, no, but we want to take them
Yeah.
before they like gotta go or
Gotcha.
something
Okay.
else,
Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And they knew, and I'm assuming that my people told them that I really didn't want to do this,
Gotcha.
that
Yeah.
I really didn't want to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so they were trying to take advantage while I was there.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Um, so they took me in, and as soon as they took me in, they started bringing in different Ronnies, different Bradens, and it instantly became a chemistry read.
Hmm.
And mind you, I didn't memorize my lines, but because I'm the type of person that I can read sides like two to three times, and I can sort of have an idea
Yeah.
of what they say.
Yeah.
So I can sort of
Ad lib.
kind of like, sort of ad lib what it
Yeah.
says,
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of have an idea of what it says.
Right.
So they were doing chemistry read.
Yeah.
They were just doing chemistry read.
Right.
And they just kept me in the room with all of the different. And then afterwards, they're just like, "Hey, the director wants to talk to you."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "Okay." And so he was just like asking me questions like, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, "It's not being shot as it's written. If you're ever uncomfortable, we'll stop. There's going to be a courtesy cloth. You're going to have a merkin. Uh, it's going to be a closed set."
Hmm.
He said all of the right things.
Right. Right.
And And after talking to him, I was like, okay,
Right.
okay. I'm like, I think I feel comfortable enough. I'm like, if it's the right fit, I'm like, I feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was after that, it was offered to me.
Right.
And then I got to set. The first 2 days were fine.
Hmm.
And then the third day was a shit show.
Mm.
Um, it was a scene where Michael was supposed to be, I think it was either the third or the fourth day. Um, Michael was supposed to be, it was the scene where it was supposed to be implying that he was going down on me.
Yeah.
And I had a courtesy cloth, which was about that big on my vagina. And he's kneeling down on the floor.
Yeah.
And Michael, again, he's in his 80s. At the time, he was in his mid 70s.
Right.
He's got weak knees.
Hmm.
He's diabetic,
Hmm.
and I could feel his breath even through the courtesy
Right.
cloth.
Right.
And and um they the director was like, It's not close enough. It looks fake," because he's British.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, he's close enough." And
Right.
Michael's like, "No, I'm close enough."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I don't feel comfortable." And like, "No, no, he needs to get closer, blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, "No, he's close enough." And without telling us, he gave the direction to the first AD to push his head further down. So the first AD pushed his head further down. Michael
Mm.
loses his knee footing,
Yeah.
and his nose goes into
Mm.
my vagina. And I am like, "Are you fucking?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And I lose my shit. I get up
Yeah.
and I lose. And he's like, you're fucking up the shot." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck about your shot." I'm like, fuck you, fuck all of you." And I get up and I lose my shit. And
Yeah.
I mean, they fucking called me every name in the book. I'm a fucking diva. I'm a bitch. I'm a difficult. I'm emotional. I'm every word in the fucking book. And I like stomp out of the set and I like go into the room and I'm like, I tell my makeup artist, I'm like, "You have to take off this merkin because I have a fake merkin."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't want to
Right.
be here." And Josh, uh, um, who's one of our producers, who was Elijah Wood's producing partner at the time, no
Yeah.
longer his producing partner, uh comes in. He's like, baby, what's going on? I thought we were cool. I thought we were cool." I'm like, "We're not fucking cool." And I'm like, "His fucking nose just went in my vagina." And he's like, what's going on? I thought we were cool, man. Like, I thought we were cool." And then like, baby. And like my robe was sort of like exposing my thigh, and he like tried to like run his finger at my thigh, and he's like, baby. And I'm like, "Don't." I grabbed his finger and he's like, "Baby." And I'm like, "Don't fucking touch me." And he's like, whoa. You don't got to get all emotional about this. And he's like, "Do you know how many fucking actresses would kill to be in your place right now?" And he's like, "You're not even that good of an actress." And I
Wow.
was like, "Fuck you." And he's like, whoa. Elijah's downstairs. Do you want me to call Elijah up here?" And I was like, "Fuck you." And I'm like, "Tell Elijah to come up here." And I'm
Yeah.
like, and I'll tell him to go fuck himself. And I'm like, "I don't give a fuck who you call up here. You can call Barack Obama up here," because President Obama was the
Right.
president at the time.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm like, "You can call Barack Obama up here." And I would tell him to go fuck himself too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, "I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Fuck all of you all."
Yeah.
I was so pissed. I
Yeah.
was like, done. I
Yeah.
was like, done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, So I like Lex, who was my makeup artist, she got my stuff up, like, and like got me out of there. And I remember we were in downtown LA, in a really shitty part of downtown LA, and I would carry this police baton grade taser with me that had 10 million volts
Oh,
and had a
wow.
flashlight at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was running towards my car, and the first AD and Josh was running after me. And I like stopped and I turned around and I told Josh and I said, if you get fucking near me, I'm like, I will tase your ass with this and then we'll beat the shit out of you. And I said, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
And then I got in my car, and the first AD goes, whoa, 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 whoa. And he said, I know you feel powerless right now.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he's like, but you literally have all the power right now. He's like, you will shut production down. He's like,
Uh-huh.
you're the female lead.
Yeah.
He's like, you're the female lead in this movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, you are literally shutting production down. He's like, go home. He's like, relax, think about this. And he's like, and just relax. He's like, you've got all of the power right now.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, just take a breath.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I'm sorry. He's like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And he just like walked away from the car. And Elijah was calling me. Everybody was calling me. And I was like, and I just texted Elijah, like, I'm sorry, I'm emotional. I can't talk to you right now.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I can't. And then yeah, and then after that, the director and one of the other producers talked to my agent and manager, and then I thought about it and I was like, look, I'm like, I don't want people to like lose their fucking pension or their health care because I don't return to set.
Right.
So I felt like the weight of like people losing money, their pension, their health insurance, because if I didn't come back to set. So like that's what I have to fucking think about, right? Like it sucks that that's what I
Yeah.
had to think about.
Yeah. That's
Um,
that's frustrating.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know, and I don't mean to say this like, but like I don't know that a man would think about that, but as a female, I think about that. I thought about people's pensions. I thought about people's health care. I thought of people's money for those like 3 to 4 weeks.
Hmm.
And I was like, because it was a low budget film, right? It was
Right.
a $250,000 film.
Right.
And I'm like, what are these people going to do for these 3 or 4 weeks if
Yeah.
I don't come back and I'm their female lead and I've already shot for this amount of time?
Yeah.
They can't easily replace me
Right.
with this low budget.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so I'm like, okay, so I have to come back, but what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So
There's got to be
I just,
boundaries set there.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I decided to come back. But I had a meeting with the director and with the other producer
Hmm.
and with Jim Hopkins and with Ant and Thompson, and I went through the script. And I literally, with a Sharpie, I said, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
And then I said, I want to see the dailies every day
Yeah.
of what we shoot. And Josh Teller, who was Elijah Wood's producing partner,
Yeah.
cannot be on the set when I'm there. If
Okay.
he's on the
Yeah.
set, I will walk away.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do not want him on the set.
It's fair.
Um, and if I have to promote this movie at any given point, and if anyone asks me point blank how this experience was, you all have to be ready for me to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
If I cannot be brutally honest about what my actual experience was about this movie,
Yeah.
then you should not have me
Right.
be a part of the promotion of this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were like, okay.
How many times have you actually got to tell this story?
3.
Three times. Wow.
This is
Wow.
my third time. This
Wow.
is my third time.
Wow. Wow. That
Yeah.
hearing that is frustrating, what you went through and everything. Knowing, it's scary too, because I mean, you're in a vulnerable state at that point, and you got these people telling you all
Well,
different
they were scared, BT dubs. They were super scared during the Me Too movement because
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
surprisingly, this did not come out during the Me Too movement. And it
Yeah.
so could have, but no one ever asked me during the Me Too movement. But I'm like, if they ask me, I will share it. But nobody asked me. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I don't have to share it.
Right.
Um, but I'm like, they were fucking scared shitless that I would say anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So moving on from that to
Yeah.
something a little lighter,
Yeah. Please,
Yes.
please.
Yeah. One of and it's funny because in my house we've went through all of the Danny McBride shows. Okay. We love all of them. Me and my wife sat there and watched every single last one of them. And I have a daughter who's, older. She's in high school and stuff. And she's watched a few of the shows as well. And she absolutely loves Eastbound and Down. And so
Oh
she's
God.
actually inside kind of freaking out a little bit right now, knowing that I'm out here talking to you and everything. She wanted to dress up um, as as somebody from the show, for
Oh
Halloween.
my
In
God.
fact,
As
yeah,
who?
she actually wanted to go as Danny's character and stuff. She was gonna do like
Shut
try to
up.
style her hair as like a mullet, and she was gonna like pencil in like a
Oh
goatee
my
and
God. For a
everything.
second there, I thought you were going to say Ashley Schaefer.
No, no, no. That would have been good too, though. But no, she wanted to play that character. Kenny Powers. She freaking
Yeah,
loved his
yeah.
character. So yeah, playing that show because that was that was a big one. For you
Yes.
and everything. What was the
Yes.
process like? Getting onto that and becoming a
Oh
part
my
of it.
God. That was so unexpected. And I almost didn't do it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so I was originally supposed to audition for Katui's wife. So
Okay. Okay.
Efren Ramirez's wife,
Yeah. Yeah.
so who played Pedro.
Uh-huh.
So I was originally supposed to audition. So I did audition for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I had just auditioned for United States of Terra for an angry server,
Mm-hmm.
and Brie Larson was actually in the same episode that I auditioned for.
Oh, okay.
And I had had a terrible audition. I actually told myself off in the audition
Really?
because I was so terrible. I literally said, "What the fuck is wrong with you, you stupid bitch?" to myself in front
Okay.
of the casting director. And um
How did he take
and
that?
no, she was like, I didn't know how she took it. I was
Yeah.
just like, I was just like so I was like, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, this was terrible. I'm like, oh, like, yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go because like
Yeah.
this is awful. I'm just gonna go. This is yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I left. I drive to this other audition. It's in Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
near Formosa, off of Hollywood and Santa Monica, and and I park and I'm sitting in the back of my car and I'm crying and I'm like, I'm such a terrible actress. What am I doing? And I shouldn't be doing this. And I called my agent and I said, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go into this audition. I'm a terrible actress and I don't want to go in and do this next audition. And he said, just go in. And I'm like, well, I'm already late.
Yeah.
So why am I going to go in for this? He said, just go in. And I'm like, And I at this point, it's already an hour late. And notoriously, Simone LeFour and Carla Houle, they won't see you if you're late.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're not going to see me. And he's like, just go in.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I go in, and at this point, they're seeing a different character who my friend Nelson Grande ended up playing. And they're on to a different character. So I sign in, and Simone LeFleur comes out.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm like, hey, I'm here for this character. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was at another audition and I'm running late. And she's like, well, sit down. And she's like, and we'll get to you when we get to you. And I was like, okay. So she sits me down and she sees all these guys and she makes me wait for an hour and a half.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she finally sees me and it's improv.
Yeah.
Mind you, I've never improved in my life before.
Okay.
Uh, but she tells me a scenario. I do it. And she's like, can you be local Puerto Rico? I have no fucking idea what that is, but I say yes. And she's like, okay, great. And that was that.
Yeah.
Then about a week later, my agent says, hey, you have a chemistry read for this character. You got to show up to Hollywood to Enemy Migs, and you got to show up in a strapless dress because you have to breastfeed, and it's all improv. And you're going to be a chemistry reading with Efren Ramirez. And I was like, who the fuck is that? Because I hadn't seen Napoleon Dynamite at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody in the fucking world had seen it except for me. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, also, what's improv? And he's like, okay, cool. So a day like that evening, I get a phone call from a random phone number,
Hmm.
and it's Efren Ramirez. And he's like, hey, he's like, so I got your number, and we're going to be chemistry reading tomorrow, and I wanted to get to know you, blah, 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 blah. And he's super sweet. And I was like, oh my God, like, great.
Yeah.
And so I look him up and I'm like, so I at least see his face. I didn't see his movie, but I saw his face and he was
Right.
really nice. And he was just trying to get to know me and get a vibe for me. And he was just like, don't be nervous. Like, let's get there early and let's like, like just get to know each other and,
Yeah.
so that we can have a good read and, whatnot. And, blah, 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 blah. And so then I'm like, I get up early. I wear like a tube top dress and I'm on my way to the audition and I call my one of my very good friends who's now my writing partner, Lindsay, and I was like, "Hey, what's improv and what are the rules of improv?" And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "So I'm on my way to a chemistry read for HBO with Efren Ramirez, and I need to know what improv is and what are the rules." And she's like, "Bitch." She's like, "It's just yes and.
Yeah.
Yes and. Whatever he says, it's yes and. You always agree and it's just and. You
Right.
just continue."
Add
And
to
I
it.
was
Yeah.
like, "Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. I can do that.
Yeah.
Great." So I go into this audition with Efren Ramirez and I go into this room and there's a shit ton of like HBO honchos. The only person I know is Will Ferrell.
Hmm.
I I clock Simone LeFleur. I clock the reader who was
Hmm.
with me in the reading session, and I don't know anybody else. But now, from knowing people from the show, I know
Yeah.
Jody Hill was there.
Yeah.
I know David Gordon Green was there. I know Danny McBride was there.
Yep.
I know Stephanie Lang was there. I know Carla Houle was there. and I
Wow.
know I know a bunch of HBO honchos were there. There was like over 20 people in the fucking room.
Yeah, yeah.
That decided my fucking future. And I know
No
that
pressure.
also sitting in the room before I went up there was Steve Little, who I
Yeah,
didn't know at the time.
yeah.
Um, so I go in with Efren. They tell us a scenario, we're doing our bit, and I have a tube top
Hmm.
dress.
Hmm.
And as we're doing our scene, I start getting a little chilly because again, I'm supposed to be breastfeeding, so I have a
Right.
tube top dress on,
Yeah.
and I start getting a little chilly. So um I'm speaking Spanish,
Hmm.
but I break character because again, no improv background.
Right.
I'm like, so I look at Efren and then I look at them and I'm like, in my Valley Girl accent, I'm like, is it getting chilly in here or is it just me? And then I look at Efren and I look at them again. And then I look down and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. My tit popped out.
Oh
And
no.
I lift up my dress and my bra because my tit had popped out.
Yeah, yeah.
And they all started laughing.
Oh my gosh.
And so then I'm like, sorry. And then I went back to the scene.
Yeah.
So then we finished the scene
Uh-huh.
and then we started walking out. And as I started walking out, Simone runs after me and she's like, hey, we don't know what this is. We don't know what we're doing, but is there any way that you can come back tomorrow to chemistry read with Steve Little? And Danny and Jody are going to call you and give you directions on what they want.
Okay. Yeah.
This is not a developed character. This is just something that they thought of right now.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. And she's like, they're just going to give you scenarios.
Yeah.
And it's with Steve Little. And I was like, okay. So then that night, I get a call from Danny and Jody, and they're like, tomorrow we want you to show up. Don't brush your hair. Don't brush your teeth. Show up in the worst possible clothing you can show up in. You don't understand English. You don't speak English. You only understand Spanish. You only speak Spanish, and you're in love with Steve. And
Okay.
we're just going to give you scenarios.
Yeah.
And your name is Maria. And that's how Maria was born.
Wow. So it was
From,
literally made
from
for you, the
yeah,
character of Maria. That's really cool. Wow.
yeah.
Well, and you know, when you were yourself in that moment too, and they probably saw something there. Have you talked to them about it since then? Like,
Well, I found this out in season 4 in the have you listened to season 4? The you know how we do those when you talk about the seasons
yeah,
in the
yeah,
I forget what they're called,
like
but
commentary.
yeah, commentary.
Yeah.
It's in the commentaries of season 4.
Okay.
Uh, Danny talks about that, about how that's when they decided that
Yeah.
Maria was going to be a thing
Yeah.
because of that instance, like where they were like, we have something here.
Yeah.
And they were just like, yeah, like this is the
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
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 And I had no idea. I had
Wow.
no idea.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So we're actually coming up close to a close here. I've got a little bit more just to ask you. And, this has been amazing. I have really enjoyed talking to you, and we're probably going to have to do this again because I have a ton more that we can talk about, you know. Uh, but when you're not going out for a part or not going to conventions or things like that, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Um, well, So I just moved to Denver in February, so it'll be a
Okay.
year this February.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to build a community
Hmm.
mostly.
Hmm.
So I do a lot of like meetup groups, like literally like the app meetup.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I do like French Club on Sundays. So I go to this French Club group where it's like beginners to advanced groups,
Uh-huh.
and I try to practice French. I also do this group called Time Left, which I found on Instagram, and it's where you fill out a form about your likes and dislikes and like just like what you like and like
Yeah.
what you read and whatnot. And then the algorithm pairs you up with five strangers and you go and have dinner with them.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and then you make platonic friendships, like, and you hang out and make friends.
Oh, that's so interesting.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so I've made friends from that.
Yeah.
And then there's also a coffee one where you go
Uh-huh.
and meet people for coffee.
Okay.
Um, and then I also have a monthly wine group
Yeah.
and a monthly whiskey tasting group called Whiskey Wenches.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so I'll do like all of these different groups.
Yeah.
That and then there's this one group that's a book club, but the book club will it'll tailor the book to an activity. So like I did the book club was the Madam of Denver,
Uh-huh.
and it took us to all of the old whorehouses in Denver.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. That's
Yeah,
is there a lot?
yeah.
Oh my gosh. I wouldn't even think of Denver and that to, you know, be a thing, But I mean, yeah, I guess. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I do in Denver. Like, but before, like when I was in LA, I used to go hike a lot. I used to go to the beach, go to brunch because since I was mostly acting over there,
Yeah.
like now I have like a day job, but like in LA, all I did was like act. So when I was acting, I would just brunch and go to the beach and go hiking. That's all I did. I
So,
didn't do anything else.
so are you pretty fluent in French?
French and Spanish. Yeah.
In French and Spanish. Okay. Are
Yeah.
you trying to learn other ones or how many different ones are you wanting to
Italian.
learn? Italian too. Okay.
Italian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
really cool. I mean, it keeps you
The
busy.
romantic languages.
There you
The
go.
romantic
Yeah.
language.
Yeah. The languages of
Yeah.
love. Yes.
Yes.
Well, I found something out. What do you use to learn? Do you use like Rosetta Stone?
Well,
What about?
I originally started with Duolingo, but
Yeah.
Duolingo didn't help me as much as I thought it would. So
Okay.
now I go to the Alliance Française in
Hmm.
Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do this meetup group, which is every Sunday
Yeah.
because I try to hear the accents
Gotcha.
because I feel like I pick up on them a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I do that
Okay.
a lot. Um, and that's where I feel I learn it. And then I also have this other app. Oh crap. Oh my gosh. I wish I could remember it. But there's this app where you can exchange languages. Like if you speak like English and Spanish fluently, which I do,
Yeah.
you can exchange with someone who speaks the language that you want to speak, and you can do video exchange with them.
Okay. So kind of
And
like
they will
teaching each
teach
other.
you, yeah, and they will
Okay.
teach you their language and you teach them yours.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, and
That's
it's free.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fun way to do it. So it's not just like Duolingo. I've
Yeah.
tried using that a few times. So that's a fun way to do it. Yeah.
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 Yeah. No, I really like, and it's I wish I could remember, but if I find it, I'll text it to you.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
I actually learned something funny about Duolingo the other night that I did not know. Did you know that you can learn Klingon on Duolingo?
Really?
Yeah. I was like, real? I didn't think it was a thing. I had to look it up, but yeah, you could learn Klingon on there. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
yeah. Well, it was actually made by a linguist, the language was. So I mean
Oh,
it has everything. It has the sentence structure and its own grammar and everything. So, but yeah, it's like, huh,
okay.
how nerdy am I feeling right now,
I believe it. I
Yeah.
believe it. You know what?
Yeah.
Do you know that they had to get me a total side story before we end, but that they had to get me oh my gosh, what do you call it? Um uh those people that help you speak, a not a linguist, a dialect coach
Oh, okay. Yeah,
on
yeah.
Eastbound and Down,
Really?
because I had to speak with a Mexican accent,
Okay.
and I did not have a good Mexican accent according to Jody Hill. He said, he's like, not to sound racist, but you sound like someone from the 7-Eleven. So do you need a dialect coach?
So
So he,
that's something I didn't know is that like there's an accent. I guess because I speak English and I wouldn't even think that there would be a different accent, but there's different accents around the United States even. So yeah.
so he got me the dialect coach from an Academy Award either nominee or winner from The
Yeah.
Help to teach me how to speak with the Mexican accent. Now, granted, my mom is a second generation Mexican American,
Yeah.
and I could not speak good Mexican accent for Eastbound and Down.
Oh no.
And then I had to go on radio interviews where they told me, and that where they said, they're like, wow, you speak really, really good English. You assimilated really well. Like, how did you do that so fast? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm from Texas,
Yeah.
raised in LA.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we thought they plucked you out of Mexico. Like,
No. You're just that good. Yeah. So,
anyways, yeah.
if you had to give somebody a piece of advice that was just starting out in acting, what would that be?
Oh, I would say do extra work.
Okay.
Um, the one of the I think one of the biggest advantages that I ever had, although I think a lot of actors might poo-poo it,
Hmm.
um, doing extra work uh before I became a mainstream actor.
Hmm.
Uh, so working at Central Casting or any of the background casting places really helped me a lot because I learned what a mark was. I learned how to find lighting. I learned what an apple box was. I learned what a best boy was. I learned what an AD was. I learned what a second AD did. I learned what a director did. I literally learned what everybody on set did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and those are things that, oh, I learned what camera left meant. I learned what camera right did.
Hmm.
I learned so many things that you're not going to learn in an acting class
Yeah. Yeah.
unless you take an on camera acting class,
Okay.
which sometimes might teach you, sometimes may not teach you.
Right. Right.
It's hit or miss. It's hit or
Yeah.
miss.
Yeah.
Because I took those and sometimes they don't teach you those things. Um, but being an extra will literally teach you those things, and you can also get your SAG card that way.
Okay. Okay. That's a good one. Yeah. Okay.
And if you get 3 SAG vouchers, which I just looked it up, three
Hmm.
SAG vouchers, you become a SAG actor, and that's how you get into the union. And
Well,
that's that's one way in.
you all
So
heard it here, folks.
I'm
So,
just saying.
do you have anything coming up that maybe you want to talk about?
So I'm currently writing with my writing partner. We have three, no, 12 scripts. We have 12
Oh,
scripts that we're writing.
oh wow.
We yeah, we have 12 scripts that we're writing. We have La Lechuza, which is a horror script. We have Disconnected, which is a romantic comedy. We have Mind the Gap, which is a comedy.
Hmm.
Um, and we have The Apartment, which is a horror. Um, and which is the other one that's finished? Oh, we have The Gateway, which is a docudrama,
Okay.
which we're currently in in talks with a true crime family, well-known family, who
Oh, okay.
I can't give their names because uh they're really well known. But
Okay. Okay. So I have to wait until it comes out, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
but they're really, really well known, and we're excited about it. So we'll see how that goes.
that's cool.
Um, and other than that, yeah, I'm just, just waiting and seeing what else comes up. I've been auditioning, just been waiting and seeing what this new body brings, because I've lost weight, so I'm in a different category now. I'm no longer the chubby Latina. So uh it's a different story for me now.
Yeah,
I don't know what category I'm in now.
yeah, yeah.
I have no idea what this means for me.
We will see. We will
We
see
will
soon.
see. We
Yes,
will see. We
we
will
will
see.
see. Yeah, yeah. And if people want to follow,
I'm no longer the chubby naked Latina.
there you go. There you go. And if people want to follow you online so they can see everything that you have going on, how can they do that?
I met Elizabeth Durazo on Instagram, Durazo on, I guess it's X, right? It's no longer
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah, yeah. Still call it
And
Twitter
then
though.
I call it Twitter,
Yeah, I do too.
but I think it's X.
It is, yeah.
And then I think I'm Elizabeth Durazo on Facebook.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't really go there often. Um, and then TikTok, I'm Elizabeth Durazo, but I don't post that much. I'm also on Cameo, but if anyone follows me on Cameo and you've requested anything, I'm so sorry. There's two people that have requested stuff and I haven't actually responded, and I'm gonna respond to you right now if you're watching this, or if you watch this after he's posted this.
Yeah.
I'm in recovery because I just had surgery. I don't know if you can see the binder
Oh, yep,
there.
yep, yep.
Um, I just had surgery, so I'm still recovering. And yeah, I haven't recorded shit. Um, so
Yeah.
sorry.
She will get to you as soon as she can. She promises.
I
Yeah.
will. I
Yeah.
promise. I'll
Yeah.
show you my ass. I mean, I won't show you my ass, but but I'll send you something.
There you go. There you go. So this is if you give a dad a podcast. So I do something now at the end of my show, and I've been doing this for a few weeks now. It's been pretty fun, and I tell a dad joke of the week. So I'm going to tell you my dad joke of the week. How do you get an egg roll?
Scroll and no, I don't know.
You push it. That look right there. That's what I needed.
I feel like if your daughter was in the room right now, she would give you the same look.
I, I get that look all the time from her. So yeah, yeah. She hears my
I want
dad
to see
jokes all
her
the
Kenny
time.
Powers costume.
Oh, when she does it, I will send you a picture. I'll text you a picture of it. Yeah. So we're
Yes,
gonna
please.
we are gonna end this right here, right now. I'm gonna talk to you for a few more minutes afterwards, but we're gonna say bye. And thank you so much for being on the show. Like you said, you had surgery, and I really appreciate you still coming on here and talking to me. You've been a trooper tonight, and this has been a ton of fun. And I look forward to getting you back on the show.
Yes, definitely.